Ladies and gentlefolk, welcome back to Higurashi no Naku Kuro ni. We are continuing on with our Let's Read. Forgive my voice, I'm feeling a little bit ill, so my voice might be a little rough for today's episode, okay? But let's see what we can do. Tomotaki-san's death was hard enough as it was. But to think there was a possibility of a village conspiracy? Worse still, there was a chance that Mion was involved? Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rina, Satsuko, or Rika-chan. Yeah, I'm doing this recording in the bedroom again, so it's going to have that little bit of a rough, scuffed look to it. But you know what? I've been having a lot more fun doing this here than doing it over in the office, so. It was a group that attacked Tomotaki-san. Who could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here? Somewhere in Hinamizawa? Ooh, let's see how this is going to go. I didn't know. All I could say for certain is I knew that Mion couldn't be the perpetrator. It's Michan! The perpetrator! Huh? I was startled to hear Rina's voice. With the rope and the lounge. Lounge, yeah? Nope. Oh, poor Rina. Rina clutched her head while flailing about. Looks like you're self-destructing over here. Wow. Ah. Keiichi-san, you're quite late. As you may well know, I'm seething with anger. Ah, sorry about that. I was called into the staff room, you see. You were reprimanded for bad behavior? That's a shame. Well, it's been pretty heated over here. Since it's getting pretty late, let's make this next game the last one. If I remember right, I had 0 points. Isn't it pretty much decided I'm going to be finishing in last place? Don't worry, Keiichi-kun. I'm at minus 1 point. Okay. The heck? Her score's lower than mine and I wasn't even playing. This is the final match to decide the penalty is going to be carried out by Rina alone or by Kei-chan and Rina. Yeah, right. Just let Rina do the penalty by herself. We made a promise, Keiichi-kun, that we would both win. I waited all this time, you know? You know? I'm sorry about that. Okay? I followed my initial plan of showing Rina my cards, but I didn't say who was the criminal and just waited for her to call. I got it. The murderer is me. With the poison at the entrance. Is it? Is it? My, Rina, quite a quick answer. Another step in the dark? Oh. Rina's correct. Then it's decided that Keiichi-san shall take part in the penalty as well. Thanks, Rina. Keiichi-kun, let's both do our best. Yeah, let's do our best. Haha. It's my fault, so I have no choice. Fair. That's the game. Game is set. It's me, Mio Sonosaki, ranked first. And dead last are Keiichi Maebara and Rena Ryugu. Everyone applauded and the game ended. The problem now was the penalty. Now then, I ranked first, so I decide what you're buying for the gopher penalty. Uh-oh. The worst possible person for this. What should make us buy, I wonder. Let's blacklist the drugstore. That was your aim, wasn't it? Huh? I don't have any business at the drugstore. This old man's already got a list prepared for you on this piece of paper. Whoa, there's a lot written here. A lot? Damn it, what is she making us buy? Her grocery list. 2 blocks of tofu. Shampoo and conditioner. Okay. Apple vinegar and fried tofu. The heck is this? It looks more like a shopping list than a penalty. Me was certain she was going to win today. Rule 7 of our society. You cannot refuse any penalty. Here's some money. The shampoo I usually get is Fruit Fable. Thanks! This is just your grocery list. I promised myself next time I make her go buy hemorrhoid cream. What you? What the hell, Keiichi? Okay. Oh, so we are finishing up this chapter right here. We were pretty close to the end, weren't we, huh? Alright. And we got 2 more tips. You know what that means? We're going to dig into the case. This song, dude. What is this song? End of chapter 7. I think we're in the halfway point. We're over the halfway point now. Let's view the new tips. Get that song off here. There are more than 4 perpetrators? Okay. Ooh, here we go. Hypovolemic shock, induced by clawing out their own throat. Tissue is packed underneath the nails, not someone else's nails. It's undoubtedly by the individual's own nails. The shape of the scars also match. Yeah, I know the immediate cause of death was suicide. I get it. You're saying the cause of death is unnatural, right? It's not quite at the same level as when your back itches and you scratch a little too hard to draw blood, after all. Some Tomotake's fingernails had been pulled out. Fingernails actually rip off surprisingly easy, but it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Also, there were a lot of bruises on his body. It's clear from the shape of them that he was assaulted first by someone or a group of people. According to the toxicology report, the deceased was in an extreme state of hysteria right before death. Then he fought back and clawed out his own throat because of how hysterical he had become. The guys attacking him certainly would have been surprised by that. It is possible that, in such an abnormal environment, a person could perform acts that a sane individual couldn't possibly imagine. That's true. Of course, those are very rare cases. Actually, Oishi-kun, that wooden plank the deceased used as a weapon? Hmm. They only found sand and paint from the guardrail on it. I want to see this background. Okay, so your general vending machine. And I know they're trying to say this is a police office, but this honestly looks like it's just a, a social worker's office, which makes sense for who we're talking about, you know? What coffee do we have? Let me see. Anything I see where there's some corn that says shiroi, shi, was it shisaki, saku, ko, shisako, I don't know. But mostly tea, it looks like, a type of coffee over here. Looks like, yeah, boss. Okay. They instantly lost my respect right there. Need to be UCC, boys. I need to make the cult of UCC a thing. What about cloth fibers or skin? Nothing. The deceased didn't strike the assailants. Or it could be they took the plank he was fighting back with. In that case, they wouldn't have gone out of their way to replace it with another. They'd taken them all. That's true. Tomtaki's pretty built and tanned. He was quite athletic. That's right. He was pretty active. I can't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but to think his physical strength would have been on the higher side, meaning he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. If a man with such physique sensed he was in danger and swung the plank around frantically, it's just unthinkable he wouldn't even nick the perpetrator. And his opponent was unarmed. The guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think he would have hit them at least once. To surround and take down someone of his physique, I wonder how many people it would take. Yeah, dimwit, if anything, that's your specialty. Have you forgotten your bad cop days? If I was to take down this guy, how many guys would I need? When a group wants to take down big prey, it's fundamental attack with numbers. I guess about 4. Even if there was a gap in their strength, they manage. Then there were quite a few perpetrators. So any drunken disorderly groups of more than 4 are suspicious? A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had that many, then couldn't they have hidden the body in a less obvious location? Or did he somehow break away from that fatal predicament? Then there would be no reason to commit suicide. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of mysteries. That's under serious consideration on my end, too. I'll be examining it as thoroughly as possible, but don't get your hopes up. After all, we've never encountered a death like this one before. I'm not hoping for much, but I am looking forward to the results. So Oishi used to be a bad cop, huh? The chief is calling you. Thanks. See you around. Forensic investigator. Yeah. Best wishes. Okay. Search notice. Jiro Tomitake, deceased. Resided in a cheap hotel in Shishibone City. Registered under the name Jiro Tomitake. Pen name. Travels via folding bike. No license. The bicycle was found 300 meters away, abandoned at the side of a forest path. Present on the day of the festival. Accompanied by the missing Mio Takano. Was seen around 9 p.m. by police. Location afterwards unknown. Held residence in Hinamizawa 1 week each season for the last 5 to 6 years. Freelance photographer specializing in wild birds. Check with the magazine companies. Nothing suspicious in film located across the articles of the deceased. Wallet was among the articles of the deceased. Mere acts of violence? From the contents of his wallet, he spent most of his time around Tokyo and Chiba. Along the Sobu National Railway line? Oh, Tokyo and Chiba. So going in between Tokyo and Chiba, it could mean he's like going to the JSDF headquarters in Yokosuka. The Sobu line does connect over in Yokohama. And there are garrisons over in Chiba as well, so... No individual matching the name Jiro Tomitake in the residency record of any of the Tokyo awards. Compare chief to dental records. Send to Metro Police. Attach a photo. Send to Metro Police. Contact magazines regarding Jiro Tomitake. Mio Takano missing. Nurse at Erie Clinic. Became close to Tomitake through her passion for wild bird photography. Resides in Okinomiya X District XXX. Single. Witnessed accompanying Tomitake on festival grounds. Currently missing. Abducted? Or maybe a suspect. An important person of interest. Had no motive to kill the deceased. Squabble from jealousy? Need to thoroughly investigate their relationship. Place of work, etc. I need to get information from police on scene again. I want some cream puffs. 4 jumbo ones. Oishi. Oishi's getting bored on the job, dude. Okay, so that was Oishi's side of the story. Why is the song still going? Alright, either way. Boom. Sleepy. Whoa, that was a really big yawn, Keiichi-kun. I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but it doesn't look like I can do it today. I was watching TV until late last night. I'm so tired now. Was one of those raunchy TV shows you love so much on TV last night? How extremely vile. Don't jump to conclusions. Rika gets it. It's perfectly normal for boys. Nothing to be ashamed about. Rika, not patting my head, only made me feel worse. Could you just let me pass out? This lunch break? No, seriously. My, you think I would just sit here and allow that? I'll get really angry if you disturb me. Really angry. Oh, don't yawn. You're gonna make me tired. This is late night when I record these, Keiichi. This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slumped my head into the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. It seems Satsuko had responded by pretending not to hear. Cut it out, Satsuko-chan. Keiichi-kun fell asleep. His sleeping face so cute. You can take him home later. Let him be for now. Let's move over there. It'd be rude to Keiichi if we bothered him now. Rika-chan is really a good girl. Let's not wake him up even if the teacher comes back. I take that back. The excuse I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching the TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but due to the conversation with Oishi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this, it's almost like the incident with Tomotaki didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Oishi trying to deceive me? But it probably was the truth. One thing was for certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me again, regretting learning something I didn't need to know. If I had never learned about it, I would, without a doubt, be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but to resent Oishi-san for this. Huh? When was that? Oh. I heard he wasn't there the next day. It appears he vanished the night of the Watanagashi. Mion whispered to keep the others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rena's voice was even harder to pick up, but I could still tell she was quite upset. It could be. Are they talking about Tomotaki-san? Only Itake? Not sure. That's all I know. I would have to feign ignorance about this topic because I need to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it's much easier to sit here and pretend I was asleep. Damn you, Keiichi. Don't do this to me. To listen in on their discussion. Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung. So, and me. There are others, right? Two. Ooh, but they don't know if it was from the curse or if this was an Onikakushi. Onikakushi? Onikakushi? To be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good. So, spirited away would be very similar to this. It would be Kakushi something. But in this case, it's Onikakushi. So, a demon spirited away. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good. Yeah. There was another, right? Right? If it's Oyashiro-sama's. Yeah. But... This year at all? Grandma and the mayor talked about it. Seems they talked to the police beforehand. They said they'd take care of whatever happens this year without causing commotion. Then, without us knowing it, someone had edited them. You know? Maybe. Next could Rena. I wonder. Don't worry. You got home safely. But is not allowed, right? That was a long time ago. Stop talking about this. Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term Onikakushi, to be demoned away. By the context that it was used in, I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. I suspected it was what it meant because Tomotaki-san and that woman, it really bugged me I didn't know her name, vanished after the Watanagashi. The next thing that stuck out when Rena said, "There's another one, right?" Mion had also said, "If it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah," responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, then there had to be 2 victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of Onikakushi. It seems the curse and being demoned away are altogether different things, and they were phenomena that were paired together. I recalled Tomotaki's terrible end. That wasn't so elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would be best described as cursed. Then the woman with him, it means she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper. And the last point that bothered me was Rena. Rena was frightened. For what reason, I didn't know. However, she knew something that had made her a potential target for Oyashiro-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Oyashiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday Oishi said originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be the more likely target, having moved here more recently than Rena. From her composure, I could infer she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard now to Oishi-san, informing of the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions that left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret having ever learned of these events. The teacher approaches. Keiichi-san, you must awaken. Satsuko is so good. In the distance, I could hear that ring of the handbell signaling the start of the afternoon classes. Geh! I couldn't sleep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. It was in that moment when I leaned against the back of my seat. Ow! There was a thumbtack stuck on the back of my chair with tape. Circumstantial evidence was enough! Satsuko! Guilty without trial. Yes, my feelings. Capital punishment. I furiously jumped from my seat and tripped as if my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces had been tied together. Not bad, Satsuko. While I was sleeping, you were able to conceal your presence to pull off this fine piece of work. The teacher came right in as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Satsuko. Did you not notice our teacher has arrived, Keiichi-san? Take your seat. Clomp, clomp, wish, wish, whiff. Not caring what I meant, I made her eat a flick to the forehead. Keiichi-san's being mean. Hey. Don't pick on the younger kids, Maebara-kun. Apologize to her. That evil smile. I saw Satsuko stick her tongue out at me. That little brat. Come on, Maebara-kun. Sorry, Satsuko-san. In any case, I apologized, even though it was in a completely insincere tone of voice. Damn her, I'll remember this. Kei-chan, get your revenge at the club meeting. Take your seat, take your seat. I sat down after Mia told me so. She switched to class rep mode. CL is here again, huh? I guess this is like the ending CL would have loved. Speaking of which... Okay. Side tangent. I saw they actually made a web browser version of Tsukihime. So any of you guys who ever wanted to read the original Tsukihime, just type in Tsukihime web browser onto the Google search and it will play perfectly in your web browser. It is truly a marvel. It kind of really irritates me because I was porting OnScripter onto the Miu Mini so I could play it there. And then they made a web browser version so I can play it on my phone. So it's like, okay. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I'd love to play the deduction game one more time. I was hardly able to play it last time because of Oshi-san. Rina and I weren't even able to test out our strategy. That's right, today Keiichi-kun and I will be victorious. What should we do? We've never played the same game 2 days in a row before. Why not try asking me? Neon looked over at her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist and her face suddenly lit up. Oops. I completely forgot. I need to go help my uncle today. Sorry guys, not today. Helping your uncle? Aren't you a little goody two-shoes? Sorry, really? I really did forget. Well then, sorry guys. This old man is heading back home now. Leon left us with that and rushed out the exit, snatching her bag. You see, Michan, she sometimes goes to help out at her uncle's shop in town. Ah, I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff. She said she gets paid for it. It's quite a bit of spending money from what I hear. I see. She was able to pay for the mountain of games with what she saved up from there. But wouldn't you call that a part-time job? Isn't that against school policy? There's a clause that states family businesses are excluded. Is that what she's calling it? So what now? Pass on club today? So we're done today, I guess? Want to be fine without the club president? Let's do this. Open the club locker and began searching for a deduction game in the ever-growing pile of games. Ah, here it is. The deduction game from yesterday. Man, I had to stop just as I was getting the hang of it. At the very least, I want to repay Satsuko for what she did during the afternoon break. I do not mind. But is that fine for Rina-san and Rika? If Keiichi-kun wants so badly, I wouldn't mind playing for a bit. Yeah, the atmosphere is a little weird. I think it's better if we do it when we have everyone together. When she says it like that, then I wanted to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today. Going to buy soy sauce and other things. Okay. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Well, I guess since it's been a while, I should go treasure hunting. What's this now? Everyone was no longer in the mood for club activities. If I kept trying to push the matter, I made them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. Ah, well, I'll give it up this time. Man, I was really looking forward to playing it. I shuffled through the cards as I was still caught up on it. At the next opportunity, I shall give you a sound thrashing. The murderer is Satsuko. The murder weapon is pistol. It was you after all! Foreshadowing much? Okay. What did you say? Then I'll just... Satsuko looked through the cards and then stuck 3 of them at me. The murderer is Keiichi. In the lounge with the rope. I don't need any rope. I'll just strangle you like this. Keiichi-san is such a beast. Phew. Well, I guess it's good I got that on my system. I'll remember this, Keiichi-san. She was used as a plaything for quite a while. You poor thing. Cute. Okay. Everyone got ready to go back home. I helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rena, Satsuko, Rika, Keiichi, Mion, Satoshi. What's with that sound? Satoshi. Not all the cards were made by us. Or at least every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does this mean the Satoshi fellow is a member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I couldn't find anyone named Satoshi in the class roster stuck up on the wall. All and it became quiet. Keiichi-kun, let's hurry up and finish cleaning up. Being rushed by Rena, I finished quickly. Satsuko and Rika-chan had already made merrily for their locker, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Rena already got her bag and was waiting. Rena. There must be quite a few people who transfer from this school, right? I tried asking Rena in a bit of a roundabout way. Rena made a troubled face, then answered, Yeah. Hinamizawa is a rural town, right? Some people transfer out every now and then. So is Satoshi another one of these transferees? Gomen? I don't really know. There was a bit of a pause, but the answer is pretty much immediate. I'm not saying it to be mean. Just last year, I transferred in, so maybe I just missed him. So I didn't hear much about him. Sorry. I'm not sure, sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was saddened to hear about her by her denial, and felt a little bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Though I do appreciate that they kept the unsettling curse thing from me. But if everyone's worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment, I wondered what kind of face I was making just then, with those mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance. Keiichi-kun, you're making a scary face. Why is it? Why? It's probably exactly the kind of face Rena said it was. Yeah. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her. Sorry. I was really looking forward to the club today. I'm just feeling down about it. I rustled her hair. Let's go home. Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed home. And I think I'm going to wrap it up right here. Yeah. Nope. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dumb feeling lately? Okay, we're going to wrap it up here for today, folks, and we'll pick this up next week. I'm going to have to start saving over my old saves at this point. But I think we got to a very good point. So, guys, I've been Gerald from the Workshopian. Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue this on next Monday, okay? Yeah, let's do quick save. All right. Bye.